Hey everybody, Jaws Jr. here for yet another adventure. So today, what are we doing? First, let's admire the beauty out here. Gotta love fall, gotta love autumn. The colors, the weather, yes, thunder and lightning in the background. What a wonderful day. But more importantly, what we're doing here is we are going to work on this new 3-barrel tumbler. So what do we have here? It is a carbonundrum 3-barrel tumbler. Now I don't know if this is anything on this other than the frame is original or not, but I picked it up off of a Facebook Market Place ad. And this runs the same barrel as the Lorton QT 12. So that tells you it is 12 pounds each. So this is up to 36 pounds of rolling material at one time, in addition to my QT 12 that I've got. I can roll 48 pounds of rocks at one time. That doesn't even include the vibrating tumblers I have upstairs in the loft and the small tumbler one that I'm rolling obsidian in right now, as well as the El Cheapo Harbor Freights. So we picked this up. It's got to have a little bit of work done to it, some good cleanup done to it. It's got to get some new parts in it. So that's what we're going to do today. I'm going to walk you through some of the things I'm going to do to it, to show you a good close view of it. And then we're going to talk about my methodology for tumbling rocks. But first, I wanted to fire it up for you guys to show you how it looks and running, basically in the as acquired condition. Here's a little bit of bearing noise. The motor is quiet and smooth. Probably use a new belt on it. But you know, it's not going to take much. Mostly the work is going to be involved on the barrels themselves and cleaning up the rails. But it tracks good. The barrels are not wandering around. And that little here is a piece of tape around this spacer here. So it is a little rough. It's going to take some tuning over time. Probably not going to happen all at one time. Okay, here's what we have. These two of them were stored open. This one here is clean on the inside pretty much. It's a little bit of dust. But here is the pieces that I've got to work on. Basically, it is the boot gasket. These here have to get taken off and replaced. The lids themselves need some good scrub down. So that one's cracked. This one here is starting to be cracked, but that one's in pretty good shape. But now with this here, this lid is in pretty bad shape. And so I've got a replacement for it, but you can see where it's been ground down, and that's very thin. So that's probably not going to hold up much longer. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get these cleaned up. No need filming me working. Heaven forbid I actually work. We can't handle that. So I'm going to get these all cleaned up. Get these boot gaskets taken care of. And then I'm going to start working on cleaning up the motor and some of these other things. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put you guys up. I'm going to get to work, and then I will show you the end result. If there's something that pops up that I need to make you aware of, I'll show you. Okay, I wanted to give everybody a tip, because we have these plates here that go inside, that these wrap around. Well, when I was looking at these, there is all kinds of corrosion and built up material on the outside edge. The inside edge is in pretty good shape. So what I'm doing is I am taking the drill lightly and cleaning up the edges. Don't care about the center, but I'm cleaning up the edges. And it's something you might want to consider doing, because it will probably be a leak. Get this tightened up. Just going lightly. And you can see the difference. So I'm going to get the next two finished up, and then we'll get things put back together and see about start rolling some rocks. Okay, here's the other one. Well, the other side, both sides need it done on this one. So, no better time than the present to get it done right. Okay, everybody, let's talk about this motor. I've cleaned it up a little bit, but if you take a look right here, push that down, and you can dribble some oil in that. And I just did that using some 10W40. And I conferred that with the senior Jaws, because he's done a lot of work on these before in the past. So I thought, you know, I'll pick up the telephone and I'll talk to the grumpy old fart. Grumpy old fart he was, but he confirmed. You can run 10W40 in it. And it was pretty noisy beforehand. So we'll plug it in and listen to it now. So it's got a little bit of a squeak when it's going down, but you know, it's nothing like what it was. This is a 1950s era motor, so it's older than I am. And so if it's going to work that way, that's fine. And this belt does not need to be very tight. Okay, so you see we have these lids here all cleaned up, basically these inner lids. And all that happens is they get put on here. And at first, they're not the easiest thing to do. And I'm sure I'm probably doing it not correctly, but you know, getting it on there. There you go, that's on. So let me get the other ones done. And we'll get the barrels up here, put these on it, and then we'll just do a quick run of the tumbler with it being empty. Okay there. It is running smoother than it was. I still got a couple issues. I may end up having to replace this barrel because as you see there, you'll see a gap up here. So this one here may have to get replaced. So now all I got to do is fill them with rocks and start tumbling it. Later on this week, I'll be doing a frame to mount this on the wall, and we'll go from there. But I'm not using this bench this week, so I'm just going to leave it sitting right here on this bench. Plus there's an outlet back there for it, so. Yeah. Now, let me unplug this. Methodology. Very simple. Coarse grit all the time. This one that's got barrel 1 written on it right here. Coarse grit all the time. Medium grit, pre-polish, and that one down there, polish. And that's how I'm going to probably run it. And then my little ones I'll be using for medium, for obsidian, and for other just smaller batches. And also, I got the vibrating ones, which I'll probably use for other finer polishing too. So who knows? I've got all kinds of ideas going on, but right now, coarse grit 60-90, medium grit 120-220, pre-polish 500 grit, and then polish. Basically, with those two, with the QT 12 and this guy here, I could be rolling up to 48 pounds of material at one time. Very good. Okay, everybody. Well, we're going to call this one a wrap. You were able to see what I was doing with this larger tumbler, which you can see right there behind me. And I'm looking forward to being able to turn a bunch of rocks to make them all nice and polished. So who knows what I'll do with them. And probably end up giving them away. And I doubt if I'll sell anything. I'm just not the person to sell things right now. Down the road, who knows. But I have got pounds and pounds of agates, jasper, petrified wood, obsidian, all kinds of material that I can dump in this thing and get through a lot of it probably over the winter time. So we're going to leave this one here, and we're going to end this video right here. So remember, everybody, everyone's life is an adventure. Then there's mine, working here in the shop. This is the Adventures of Jaws Jr. Have a good one, everybody. See ya!